What's up, everyone, and welcome to the next session of the Toy Room Renovation right here on YouTube. I'm your host, Albert Albanese, and as always, we're back up in the toy room, doing what needs to get done up here, because it's been, quite the difficult renovation. So for those of you guys who have been following, for the past couple of weeks, I've been posting these videos with all my renovations and everything that I've been doing, but as you can see, things have kind of slowed down. A little bit in terms of like purchases and stuff. Not that I haven't been buying things, but I have a lot of things pre-ordered and I'm waiting for a lot of stuff to come in. I'm hoping for a couple of ringside deliveries pretty soon. I'm waiting for Logan Paul, actually. The Ultimate Edition Logan Paul should be coming here soon. And I have a couple other things that I have pre-ordered. But in terms of purchases, I mean, that's where we start every week, so that's what we're going to start here. And this week, at least I have a few. All right, now first up, we have the Elite Series 102 Commissioner Mick Foley. Now this, to me, was a must-have. There have been a lot of Mick Foleys made, and recently we saw some new Mankind / Mick Foley figures announced at San Diego Comic-Con. But this, to me, was a must-have. This is Commissioner Foley. This is after he retired. See, on the back, career highlights, WWE Champion, World Tag Team Champion, and Hall of Famer. It says that after his in-ring retirement, Mick Foley returned to the WWE with a gavel in hand as the new commissioner, ready to lay down the law on Raw, and that is final. So this is a really cool one. I can't wait to unbox this. So this is, the era, it's like post-Attitude Era, but it's before Ruthless Aggression, and then he comes back during the Ruthless Aggression era. So then I'm going to take this Mick Foley and I'm going to put it up with some of my Attitude Era guys, but I want to make a special little spot for him to go. This might be one of those things that I want to display early, but I might have to wait for a little bit. All right, and the other purchase I have this week is a major purchase. That's right. Big Rubber Guys, the new toy series from the Major Wrestling Figure podcast. Of course, Series 1 is Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, the hosts of Major Wrestling Figure podcast. So these are really cool. These are based on the LJN WWE figures. And that's what I like that they called them Big Rubber Guys, because that's what people used to call them, the big rubber wrestling figures. These are super cool. They got some weight to them. You see Brian right there. He's in his Jushin Liger tribute gear, if I'm not mistaken. And he has his tattoos on either side. There's some weight to it. This is a really badass figure. Matt Cardona, of course, the indie god, as you can see in his always ready gear. Cardona looks great, super duper tan. Brian's got that real life, thickness to him because he's a little bit of a thicker guy, as Broski's a little bit more cut. Broski's got more abs on a figure than I've ever seen in the history of my life, but well deserved because that guy is shredded. But these are super cool. The line is cool. I've already pre-ordered Demolition. Here's the back. It's just the Big Rubber Guys logo. Collect them all. Series 1, MajorPodMerch.com, where you can order them. Demolition is already sold out. I believe that they're posting Marty Jannetty, and they have a couple other new guys they just announced that they'll be doing. But this is such a cool line. I have some LJNs, not a lot. I think I might take some of these guys and maybe put them in with them, or I'm going to put them on my Major Pod shelf. I haven't made a decision yet because they're pretty big, but these are so badass. I can't wait to unbox them and put them on display. All right, so those are my purchases for this week. I still think I have some other stuff coming in, so hopefully by next week I have some more stuff. I actually just placed an eBay order, so I'm expecting something for next week to come. I'm not going to tell you guys what it is. I don't want to spoil it, but I've got some stuff on the way to go into some of the shelves that I've been working on. All right, so next up, this is usually where I tell you guys about my progress and everything like that, but today what I've really done is I've kind of just taken a good hard look at my collection. And that's something that, I think that every once in a while as collectors we need to do. Because our collections are, based on the way that we want to collect. And we shouldn't be making choices based on how other people collect unless, it's something that we feel is good to influence us. My big thing is that at this point, I know what I want and how to display my collection. It's just about the execution. The problem is the spacing. Now, this has been my issue since day one. You guys have seen a bunch of these, and you know that my issue is spacing. And my other issue is that some of these shelves, like these over here, that I don't have anything on, or whatever, they aren't the best in terms of putting a lot of figures on there and overloading them. You know, similar to the ones over here, right? So what I think I'm going to do now is I've made an executive decision on a couple of different things. So I'm going to take you a little bit around the room and kind of tell you what I'm going to do. All right, so first of all, this shelf is eventually going to come down, and that's going to go into the display that I have, but everybody in there by era. So these will eventually get taken down and then be integrated with the rest of those. The Macho Man's, I think I'm going to keep here, and I think I'm going to use this shelf once it's empty as a secondary shelf to put all this extra Macho Man stuff. I'm going to move this Brett over here, probably put it somewhere over here in the middle, and eventually I'm going to redo this major pod shelf to get everything in there, and then all of this is going to come off the bottom and find a new home as well. I'm going to probably put that Jushin Liger with the WCW guys, even though it wasn't the gear he wore there, but that's where I remember him from. I'm probably going to put the Undisputed Era and this Bray Wyatt display, which I have this Macho Man in front of right here, with Alexa Bliss and all the Fiend guys. I'm probably going to put them somewhere maybe on these shelves in a little bit just to get them out of the way. And then I will put the Brett here in the middle, put the Macho up here so it fits a little bit better, and, you know, situate everything up here a little bit better so that it all fits. Eventually, these two shelves, the Ruthless Aggression shelves, will probably get integrated in with the rest of them. Maybe not while they're here. Maybe it will take a little while. And, you know, maybe when I eventually move out and get a new space, they'll all be integrated. But these ECW figures are going to be moved from here too. The ECW ones, I actually have a kind of an idea of what I'm going to do, as well as you can see, this room is a mess because these are the NWO/WCW guys that I had, and these are my WCW guys that I had. Then I'm going to take all of them, and I'm going to put a display together to put all the WCW guys, and then eventually the ECW guys, probably somewhere next to here. As you can see, right now, I have a little rinky-dink set up right now because I don't live up here anymore, so there's just the TV and my cable box up here if I ever want to just watch anything while I'm redoing my stuff. But yeah, so I'm probably going to get another display to put in this area over here, move the TV over there, as you can see, with you know, it's some stand with some of my video games in there. I'll probably move everything over there, and that'll be what I'll do eventually to put the WCW and the ECW guys here. The idea also might be to maybe move this entire unit over a little bit and put that in here in between, but that might be way too much work that I'm not willing to do. And to be completely honest, I probably won't. All right, so in terms of updates, it really wasn't much this week. As you can see here all the way on the right-hand side, we have Taz, Brian Cage. And all the way on the left next to Darby, there's the Luminary Sting. So they're up and in the display. I have a few more AEW guys really to go in. Really, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, and then that's all I have, which is great because I'm running out of space. So I'm going to have to make a little bit more space. Maybe I can get Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus up there somehow. And in terms of this, I just kind of put out this Damian Priest and this Jey Uso because eventually we're going to get the rest of the Judgment Day and the Bloodline, and we're going to put them up there into this display. So that's kind of the other idea that I have for right now. Just have to wait until the rest of those figures come in. And that's all the updates for this episode. So next week should be a little bit more in-depth. I should have a lot more purchases, and hopefully I'll have some more stuff done. As you can see, I have a lot of things to do, not a lot of time to do it in, and then once I actually start executing everything, I have to figure out where certain things are going to go. I'm figuring out what I'm going to do with all the rest of these shelves. I'm going to figure out where all the moves have to go, and then I'm going to probably just take a day to just execute, hopefully. But as you can see up here, I am sweating. My goddaughter is crying, and she probably wants me, so I'm going to get going. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. Hopefully next week you get an even bigger episode with more stuff out and some more stuff done. But for right now, this has been the Toy Room Renovation right here on the Slam Sessions on YouTube. Thanks for watching.